All right, let's see. We are live on 1, 2, 3 platforms. All right, here we go.
Hello, listeners. Welcome to the Stogies and Spirits podcast, coming to you live from the Diplomat Cigar Lounge in beautiful downtown Keene, New Hampshire. Is everybody ready? It's time to just cut, light, and suck.
It's just an intro.
Disclaimer. We are all over the age of 21 and do not condone underage smoking or drinking. Please drink and smoke responsibly.
What's up?
Just turn me up a smidgen.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I can turn us all up a little bit.
Thanks.
Hello, welcome.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that. We are live on platforms.
Stogies and Spirits.
Welcome to the podcast. Here, as always, I introduce you every time. I feel like,
As you should.
if people are watching, they might know. But if you don't know, if you're watching us for the very first time, welcome to my... So technically, actually, everybody around me right now is named Josh. So it's going to be really easy for me to introduce everyone.
Surrounded by Josh.
So there's Josh, and Josh. Welcome to the show, Joshers.
Thank you. Glad to be here again.
We have the CEO on my far left this time.
That's me.
That's him.
You just call him the CEO?
He's the man of 3 letters.
CIO.
Any 3
CIO.
letters. Yeah.
COO.
CTO.
Oh my God, that's
CQO. Right? Everything. He's just got it all. All of the C's.
C3PO? I could be C3PO.
Ooh, it could be, but that's 4. Well, I guess it's a number in 3 letters.
We can try that next time.
We'll try that next time.
With
to my
the
right
3.
is Gil. Sergeant Gil.
Howdy, y'all.
With the hat. What is that hat?
What do you mean?
This is the first time I'm seeing it.
It's a
Scally
newsboy.
cap.
The newsboy.
Oh, alley cap, a newsboy,
Yeah.
like from the 60s.
No.
30s, 20s.
Yeah, more like a Peaky Blinders look.
Peaky Blinders, there it is.
Peaky
Okay,
Blinders.
nice.
And he's one of the Joshes, and he's a sergeant first class.
There we go.
Apologies.
Just saying.
Sarge. Do people do that in the Army? Is Sarge still a thing, or did they get rid of that?
No, Sarge kind of died out.
Oh, that's good.
In the
'cause
Army, Sarge.
That was awful. That's one thing you can't do in the Marines. You can't call somebody Sarge.
What would you
It's not
do
a thing.
to a private if they called you Sarge?
Corrective training.
Corrective training, that's a good way to put it.
Is that called a code red? In A Few Good Men?
Speaking of Code Red, no, I have no idea. I was really trying to transition over here, but I got nothing. So
You're transitioning?
I was trying to. It didn't work very well. Yeah, exactly. You know, I mean, might as well, right?
Yeah, sure.
Can't beat them. Join them.
That's hot.
Josh Greenwald
Yes.
of Greenwald Realty
Hello?
is to my left. To your right if you're watching on any of these other platforms, but to me it's to my left.
I'm not first class. I'm not
Nope.
a CIO, CBO,
Definitely not.
CTO, but I am a realtor.
Ooh. You're also a neighbor. You're my neighbor.
Of the Warren. I
True,
am a
we're
neighbor
neighbors.
on the
Is that,
Concord.
is that how you get on this podcast?
Yes, you have to be a neighbor.
That's the only way.
You
Yeah.
like just go over to his house, knock on his door, like, "Hey man, I really want to be on that podcast."
Well, I think it's probably because I plow his driveway, you know.
And he smashes my trees. So,
Yeah, he was all
I mean,
upset, and because he was worried that I damaged his tree.
I was scared. I was like, man, I got to go look, make sure that tree's okay. That he hit.
$2,000 in damage
Shut up.
to my vehicle, which is a high precision, plowing thing.
It wasn't very high precision the other day.
No. It was a bad moment. I should not plow your driveway when I first leave because it was like 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm still half asleep, and I'm like, just gotta get it done. Next thing I know,
I
I'm
looked at
ramming
the
a tree.
cameras and you were going pretty quick. You were like, up and down.
I got a
like
lot to do, baby.
fast. You do. You're a busy man.
So, side note, you said you're a realtor, right?
You did.
Excuse me, that's a realtor.
Realtor. Housing market. If I'm looking to sell, should I sell now or a year from now?
6 months ago would have been a great time.
Well, hindsight.
He's correct. But, right now is the perfect time to sell. But a year ago was an insane time to sell.
Yeah.
Right.
An insane time where it's like, the analogy I like to use is like you're walking into a bar and you're the only guy and it's filled with women. And it doesn't matter if you have like 2 teeth. All right? You're going to
Doesn't
get a
matter
look.
if your house is on fire. You
Yeah.
will sell it.
Yeah, somebody wants you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, but
exactly.
nowadays, look, there are 8 houses for sale in Keene as of today.
Wow.
Gotcha.
And this is what, the 5th largest city in New Hampshire?
I'm selling in Spring Hill, Tennessee. Is what I'm looking to. I've got a house down there. I'm looking to sell. So.
Oh, great.
That's
is
his
right
market.
next to
I'm also licensed in Spring Hill, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Just in
I
that
just
one
got that.
town.
My license there, coincidentally. No, I don't know what it's like down there, but it's probably crazy hot like it is here. There's nothing for sale. It's nuts. There should be like 100 houses for sale this time of the year.
It's crazy. Yeah, there's nothing. All right, so Josh, why don't you tell us what we're gonna? It's just so confusing because everyone's name is freaking Josh.
That's why I said we should do Josh 1, 2, and 3.
There you go, Josh 1.
Gil.
So yeah, tonight
Wait, we have Gil
We have Gil,
Greenwald,
and Josh.
and CTO Josh.
CTO,
CBO,
okay.
CIO.
C3PO. What do we got on the docket today?
C3PO. So
Tonight.
tonight's show, the 25th, we're actually going to be smoking the Charter Oak Connecticut Toro, which is a very light cigar, easy to smoke. We're going to be drinking
A beginner cigar, you'd say?
yeah, very much so.
Nice.
Jack Daniels. Josh, Gil, and I are drinking the single barrel rye. You guys got yours made with the regular rye, I believe, which you shouldn't taste too much difference,
Maybe we should tell. Maybe we should test it.
right? And then we're going to be talking a little bit about, instead of like cigar knowledge on how to smoke a cigar, how to drink whiskey correctly.
Ooh.
Yeah. Am I doing it wrong?
I think you are. If you have to ask,
You probably
you're probably doing it wrong.
So through a straw is not a good idea?
Oh, no, definitely. You're good
All right.
then.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
I have a sippy
Or a
cup.
sippy cup. I was going
Right.
to say, if you have a sippy cup, that's the best way. It makes it last a lot longer.
Yes.
And
yes.
whatever makes it last longer.
And it
is-
transports easier with the kids.
So
It
when we
does.
go to try the rye, should we do exactly the steps when we're doing that so we can go along with it?
We can try that.
Oh, do we have triers of these, or we just have our
I'll get
drinks?
some for you.
Okay.
Yeah, also, we're giving away $100 on the podcast tonight.
Oh, that's
and
right.
I just posted it on Facebook. So you
$100.
Yeah. So anyone that isn't here at the podcast right now, all they have to do is they have to like the Stogies and Spirits podcast page,
Easy
subscribe
enough.
to our YouTube page,
Easy enough.
and go get a receipt from the Nooch Tavern
Now
for
it's
a
getting
beer
complicated.
purchase.
You didn't bring up the Twitch page.
So I don't know the Twitch page. So you have to go to the Nooch Tavern tonight and
Okay.
grab a beer and bring the receipt over to us.
But does it have to be a beer? Can it be another beverage?
It could be anything.
Anything.
Just
a
a
receipt. Oh, you can get a corn dog, like a mini corn dog.
You could.
Or a bowl of my homemade chili?
Yes.
Oh,
So to win the $100,
homemade chili. It's the first person that does it.
yes.
Like, subscribe,
Receipt from the Nooch.
receipt, and then do they have to show up here?
Yeah, they have to come here.
They have to come here if you want it. So here it is.
$100.
Wait, somebody's already here right now?
No, there's no way.
Oh, you're showing the money. So what's that? That's all real dollar bills. They're real. It's not Monopoly money.
Absolutely real. This could be yours.
Could be yours.
So speaking of the Nooch,
Ooh, let's do that.
I mean, it's not like it's run like this now. It's run by the book. But I, growing up in Keene, that was my favorite bar that I went to
Yep.
when I was in high school.
That was the hole in the wall. It was the place that would let anyone in, underage or not.
I promised I was not drinking. I was just there. I was just watching and learning.
Luckily, they don't do that anymore.
No, not at all. Not at all.
No, never.
No, but that was all there was in town.
Sure.
The Nooch has always been here.
Okay.
Yeah, since
Okay.
1951.
Yeah, when I was a kid, there was Panucci's, and then there was some sports bar right across from where the Saviors Make Walpole is now.
Okay.
And then I don't know where anyone else drank, in town. And it's always been
It's
there.
Always been.
Yeah.
There's got to be something else that's that old, right? Something.
What do you mean?
Not
like
for
buildings?
bars.
Down
Not
for bars.
bars.
Yeah,
No,
no.
not for
Nothing's
bar.
lasted that long?
No.
Railroad? No.
You're hilarious.
Vintage 1996.
Nice.
Some D-bag owns it now.
Is that place even open?
No, he's trying to open it.
It's been closed for like a year, it feels like.
I hope he hears this.
I've never known what's going on over there. I mean, I stopped walking over there when, it became kind of a
shithole?
Hooverville.
Yeah.
Or a shanty town.
Yeah,
You know what I
it's
mean? I wish that somebody
bad.
would do something with that area.
It's a big spot. It's such a waste. Someone's paying taxes on it. Someone's paying mortgage, rent, something.
Give me the lighter.
Okay.
So what are we doing here, Josh? What are we talking about? You've got some
we're
cigars,
doing
right? Talking about the Toro Charter Oak.
Yep.
Okay.
From Foundation. Charter Oak is a guy named Nick. I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Did you lose the lighter?
Malilo?
You fucking lost the lighter?
Yeah.
It's probably in the
Why'd you
seat.
wrap me
Just
out, man?
hand that one to him. I got one right here. Just hand it that one.
Just sit down. You're good.
All right, we're good.
So yeah, this Nick kid actually has been in the industry since he was 18 years old, in
Nice.
the cigar industry. And then he started working for Drew Estate, which
Drew
we've
Estate,
done a lot for
that's-
Drew Estate.
we've done a lot.
So he worked for Drew Estate
should pay us.
for like 13 years. And then he decided to start his own company called Foundation Cigars.
Oh.
And his first cigar he came out with was the Wise Man, and it rated really well. So we're not going to smoke that here. It's really like more of a heavy cigar.
Okay.
You need to be into cigars to want to smoke that.
Okay, so if you see the Wiseman and this is your first time, stay away.
Do not smoke the
Stay
Wiseman,
away from the
yeah.
Wiseman.
The oak tree on the band of this is a Connecticut landmark.
Okay.
You guys can see that, right?
Oh, here, let me get
pretty
it.
cool.
Let me get the zoom in.
Oh, I
There you go.
This is what I'm
probably
smoking right now.
Yeah.
I need like glasses.
So the Connecticut colonists hid their royal charter so it would not fall into the hands of the British near the tree. Yeah, pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yep.
And so this is considered a light cigar.
Yes, this is Cigar Aficionado's #1 best value cigar.
Value.
It's been rated that before. Yeah, you're gonna be surprised. This thing's only costs $7
Oh, wow.
in my shop. Yeah.
Is it
Where's
more
that?
expensive elsewhere?
Where's that button at? Do you have that? That's a low price.
Oh, yeah, dude. Where are you at with
you
that?
sound just like it. Well, I'm busy, man. I'm trying to do a bunch of stuff.
It is tough producing and
It is a value cigar.
being
But
the
it's very
star.
good. What do you think of it?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know a lot about cigars. I kind of dabble with them. I mean,
So
this
you
is,
know what you should do?
It's right on my alley.
Let me give you a hint. You should listen to the Stogies and Spirits podcast because they help out people that don't know a lot about cigars. Because we don't really know a lot, but we know a little bit.
Listen to you. You're promoting your show
On
on
the
your
show.
show.
It's awesome.
Exactly. That's
You
what I'm
are
here
a
for.
believer.
I am.
I was kind of surprised going through this list before we got on the show, and it was talking about how it had a sweeter taste, and everything we've ever had's been like, oh, it's got this caramel taste or this maple
Earthy.
taste, or
Yeah,
they all have an earthy taste.
Sure.
they do.
But this is like one of the first ones that I've actually been able to pull a sweeter flavor out of.
Yeah,
so I was
oh,
kind of
really?
surprised by that.
Yeah, it's very good.
So it's definitely
I like it.
sweeter.
I love it. I smoked them when I first got them in, and I really enjoyed it. And then just last week, I went back to it for some reason. I'm like, hey, I want to smoke a cigar, but
Yeah.
I don't want to spend a lot of money. So I smoked this, and I was very, very happy with it. That's why I brought it on the podcast tonight.
No, I'm glad you did
Nice.
because I actually really like it. I was sitting there thinking I might just smoke these from now on.
Wow. Look at that. I'm very, very curious what this rating is going to be when we get to the rating time.
Am I allowed to vote on it? I mean, because
Oh, yeah, we definitely want
I
your
like it a
opinion.
lot, and it's the kind of thing that I'm kind of getting bummed out that it's almost over.
I mean, you still got a lot left.
Not really. I mean,
you
from
do.
when I
That's a lot.
started.
Oh,
It
yeah.
wasn't that long.
What?
It wasn't that long. It was like,
You guys are teeing these up. I'm really holding back.
I know you are. I know
I'm
you are.
sorry. I think this is nice. I know. I'm sorry. We're not going there.
no.
We're not going there.
So, in homage to the rich history of Connecticut tobacco, Charter Oak Connecticut Broadleaf pays tribute to Nick's grandfather, who, while earning a modest salary, worked for the Winchester Repeating Arms Factory in World War II, and he smoked exclusively Connecticut Broadleaf cigars. So that's what he wrapped this cigar in, was a Connecticut Broadleaf.
So he's a professional rapper.
He is, I believe.
That's good.
But he kind of like his grandfather, that's what he smoked, so that's what he wanted to bring to the table.
Nice.
Which is cool. I can appreciate that.
Yeah. If you have like an easy to smoke cigar, I'll definitely give it a dabble.
You should try this one. This is going to be the easiest we've
Yeah.
smoked on here.
Okay.
By far.
Now, an example. Okay, if you were to rank this in terms, because you said this is a light cigar.
Yep.
Yes.
And I have not smoked a lot of dark cigars.
Well,
For
light,
I don't know what the
medium,
word
heavy.
is. Yeah, light, a heavy cigar. Excuse
Heavy.
me. Every time I've gotten a cigar here, I always kind of seek out the light.
Sure.
Just because I'm not.
Yeah, like when you die.
Want me to
Exactly.
get you a light one that's heavy?
Yeah, like I think I need to try some. I need to try some samplings of if you're related to beer.
So
then
can you
have-
grab me
I'll be
one?
right back.
Can you grab me one of those too?
The CEO, CTO,
CFO, CMO, CQO,
whatever you want to call him. There he goes.
CLO.
Just ran away.
I really just
gone.
did this because I wanted him to go get me another cigar.
Oh, yeah,
You know, so I can
exactly.
have it right here, and I didn't want to
So you
get
have
up.
it on the ready.
right.
So you're gonna try heavy.
Sure.
I-
I want to try an extreme opposite.
Are you planning on going home tonight?
Whoa, what?
Whoa, yeah.
Now you got me nervous.
Oh, you should be.
I don't know if a cigar that like packs a punch and
It's
keeps
gonna
you from,
like knock you
driving
out.
home.
Exactly. It's gonna like you're gonna be laying in the middle of the floor here. It's gonna be crazy.
That's what it does to you?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm like, oh my god.
No, I'm just trying to psych you out because you know,
Sir,
make it fun. Yeah.
have you been smoking a cigar? It sounds like it was a heavy one.
Yeah, exactly. What was that? How big was it? Was it Toro? Yeah. You
No,
didn't
sir,
need
it was
to-
a light cigar, I promise.
It was super light. So what's funny is because we've talked about this before is there's a few things, and I'm gonna see because I know zero about cigars, so I'm gonna see what I can recall from previous episodes. But you should be lighting it every minute and a half. If you leave it, if you're not puffing, it's gonna go out. But it sounds like you're gonna puff this one.
All right, so wait, I'm gonna interrupt your really cool thought right there. And
ahead.
what am I gonna do?
Okay, so
what
first
am
of all,
I-
you're gonna
what am I
light the
about to
cigar.
light?
Okay, so here, let me get you on here. So
Josh, tell
do
me
it on
about what
this
I'm
side.
about to light up.
Do it on that side. So I told him that he's going to be in pain, rolling on the floor, crying.
Is this a heavy?
So that's a porcelain. That's a light cigar, but it's going to be
Oh.
like more full-bodied.
No, he wanted the opposite. He wanted like the heaviest of the heavy. Like he doesn't want to walk out of here.
This is the heaviest of the light.
That's heavy with still being a light cigar.
So it's like a cigar first class.
There you go. Yeah.
Ooh, I like what you did there.
So yeah,
All right, so
Warren's got one. Warren, there's
Oh, this is
about
me?
that. Yeah.
all right, so
I
I'm
don't
gonna light
even
it
know how
up.
to do this. I should know how to do it though, because we've learned from the
we learned.
podcast.
I thought you were handing me that cigar. I was like, why are you giving
No,
me
no, no.
another
Warren
cigar?
got one.
So is this the same one you guys have been smoking?
Yeah, that's the Connecticut broadleaf.
I immediately
You want me
can
to start
taste the
it?
difference.
Like, do you want me to get it going for you?
Oh no, I've been a part. I mean, maybe the lighter because this lighter's not lighting, but
Immediately taste the
there's some
difference.
juice left. There we go.
Now, how did you describe the cigar we were smoking, Gil? Before you said it was a.
It's lighter. It has a sweeter flavor to
That's
it.
what I wanted to hear because this does not.
That's peppery, right?
Yes, this is more like
Peppery.
You're right. It's got some spice to it. I feel like I want to chew. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That one right there
The
is.
smoke is going to be very full, like in your mouth. It's going to be very.
This is very light.
That's very light. It's very tasty. And you don't smoke cigars.
I don't smoke cigars at all. I don't smoke anything.
Yeah.
Typically.
Yeah, right. I'm joking.
You've seen me when I do, so
yeah.
you know how bad it is.
You bet. Yeah. Oh
So
my
I
God.
definitely don't. Not on the regular.
This Charter Oak, Connecticut is just so good for the price.
I'm
$6.
$6? I thought you said it was $7.
Sorry, yours is like $6.50.
Now the one you brought to me, how much is this?
$10.50.
Oh, I don't have a Turo, right? Mine's
Yours a Lonsdale.
Longsdale. I could tell. It was like, ooh, this one's
Different size.
than
Yeah.
what you guys are smoking.
Yeah.
This ain't no Toro.
No, but that's just a little bit smaller. And
No, that's fine. I don't want to
get
get
through
one.
all of it. Yeah.
Okay, so I walk obviously in order to get cigars of this caliber, even though it's only $7 and $10.50. Joe Schmo walks into like convenience store.
Yep.
What are they getting? Are they getting?
You're not going to find.
They're
Like,
not getting anything near these.
Most places you're not going to find premium cigars unless the gas station has like a humidor, like a stand-up one, like over there.
You're probably getting like Swishy Sweets.
Yeah, the stuff backwoods.
Backwoods,
called?
Owl
Backwoods.
City.
Yeah,
Oh. Yeah,
Black
because-
and Milds.
I know,
Yeah.
like something you buy at Cumberland Farms. Sorry, Cumberland Farms. I mean, it's not going to be like,
Damn, they were gonna sponsor us too.
dude, if you've been to
Fuck.
Cummies, they got the best cigars.
Yeah, no, you're not going to find that there.
Okay.
Most of the
have
time
to.
when people are buying cigars from those places, it's to take
Oh
care
yeah,
of everything.
empty it out and
Yeah.
roll some blunts.
Yeah, exactly.
You really should go to like a brick and mortar cigar shop or cigar lounge to find more premium cigars. One, they maintain their humidors better. Two, they know what they're talking about. They're only going to buy premium products.
You know how many people I've talked to that won't actually smoke cigars because they've bought
shit cigars.
cigars from a gas station. So they're like, cigars are disgusting, and then you take them somewhere like this, and they're like, oh, it's a whole new world.
Yeah.
Because they smoke something like we're smoking right now, and they're like, oh, this has actually got a sweeter flavor to it. It's mild. It's a good smoke.
Yeah.
When you don't grow up, being, kind of introduced to a cigar, all right, like I didn't, you know what I mean? Like I was cigarettes, all right, it's not like you're hanging out at some high school party smoking a cigar, all right. So at
Some
what
of them
point,
do, but yeah.
some
I
do.
hear you.
But like, it took for me to like start golfing, and then I found myself in a situation where I had a cigar in my hand for an hour. Okay, and then you can actually learn to appreciate it. Otherwise, you're just like, what is this thing? It just goes on for a while. So you don't really learn to appreciate it until your adult years. I mean, I don't know a lot of kids that smoke cigars. Well, kids over 18 I'm talking about. Hopefully there are no kids under 18 smoking cigars.
Of course not. That would be illegal.
Of course.
That would never happen.
Yeah,
Right.
federal law is 21 years
21
old.
years
Oh,
old
is
now.
it 21?
Federal.
Really? It's
did that
all
change?
so the states do.
That changed quite a few years ago.
Oh, actually, yeah. Keene did it, right? Isn't Keene a city law that you can't smoke?
Well, no, it was, and then it became a federal law.
Yeah, you have to be 21 to purchase any kind of tobacco, vape,
21 in
nicotine
Keene.
products. You
No.
have to be 21.
I did not.
It's
I thought
federal
it was still
now?
18.
Nationally.
Yeah, all the way. Nationally.
Shut up.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Even on base.
No
Yes.
way.
No,
Really?
No. It's,
Well, I guess if
I'm
it's
not
federal,
lying.
then yeah.
They just don't care.
Well, I don't know. Do they care? When was the last time you went to a base? I'm just curious.
A couple weeks ago.
Oh, really? Yeah. That's the thing.
Yeah,
you
Warren,
do?
he's in the armed forces.
No, I get that, but I mean, usually recruiters stay at the
Sergeant
recruiting
first class.
station, but they typically don't have a reason to go to a base.
No, I'll go to base for medical stuff, or
Oh,
if I
okay.
want to go to an AFES to get stuff.
Gotcha. Is it really that much cheaper at an AFES?
If you don't live in New Hampshire, where
I was
everything's
gonna say because everything's
tax-free,
tax-free anyway.
then it doesn't make that much of a difference.
Yeah.
But I can't buy OCPs at Walmart, so I have to go to a base to buy new
Gotcha.
uniforms.
What's an OCP?
It's an operational camouflage pattern.
It's your uniform.
Oh,
Your
okay.
camo uniform.
Okay. You guys are doing like fancy military talk on me.
Yeah. You can't use acronyms with
What are your thoughts on
civilians.
that thing so far? So that is the Black Label Trading porcelain.
See, I'm not having like a either or for me. I mean, I like them both. You know what I mean? I definitely find this to be a little bit more, to relate it to beer, a little bit more stout. It is.
Do you smoke nicotine already?
Just like, who's
Do you
listening?
smoke
Why are you trying to?
Cigarettes
Why are you
or
trying to
vapes?
out him? Why would you do that on the
know.
podcast?
Oh, my dad's
That's
listening.
kind of messed up, dude. My
dad's
Of course, he
listening to this.
doesn't
I'm gonna get
smoke
grounded now.
anything.
I do smoke the
intake
cigarette
nicotine.
on occasion.
On
I
occasion.
have smoked the vape thingy,
Occasionally.
and that is all officially.
Well, you might like this cigar.
I think it's fine. I like it. I really like the first one. The first one was just kind of like an accessory. I was just
This
here.
is- yeah, exactly. I
This,
feel like I'm
this
just
is
here.
actually making me think about it. I'm thirsty. You know what I mean? Like I want to drink my drink.
Yeah,
you know what I
it's-
mean?
it's getting
this
at
is
you.
This is hitting me a little
It's a
harder.
job.
It's a job. I'm gonna
Yeah.
think twice before driving my vehicle home. You know, I've been
There you
smoking
go.
a heavy cigar.
Jesus. All
Absolutely.
right, Gil, what do you
Yep.
rate this cigar?
I'm going to give it an 8.
Ooh.
That's a good score.
I don't really want to rate it because I don't smoke cigars.
Yep.
For me, I like it though. I mean, I'm going to agree with an 8. I think that's a great score. I would, if I wanted to smoke, I would ask for this by name.
I think 8.2 actually. So we never go based off like a 1 through 10. So
Yeah.
8.2 would be where I'd
I'll
put
give it an
this.
8.1 because I'm not a huge fan of cigars in general.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm at 8.1.
You're at 8.1.
What do you?
Out of 10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the first one, the one that we're talking
Yeah,
about.
that's what we're talking about.
From the cigars that I've had here, I would definitely say it's within the 8 to 9 range.
Wow.
All right, I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, but then again, it's kind of
Give
hard because
me
I don't really
a
know
number.
I don't really know what a 10 would be. You know what I mean? Fine, 8.3.
Okay.
All right.
Eight
But,
Arbitrary AF.
the
but I'll
second
take
one you
it.
gave me, the heavier one.
Yeah.
The jury's out
Wait
on
till
it.
you get through. I'll come back to you.
Come
on
back
that.
to me on that.
Yeah, keep
Stay
doing
tuned.
it.
Gil, can you go grab 2 more of those Glencairn glasses? And then pour some in for those boys.
Appreciate that.
Single barrel rye. Yeah, so let's move on here.
Yeah.
We
What's the
are
next thing
we
we're
are
gonna talk
drinking
about?
Jack Daniels tonight, which is nice.
We are.
But let's go into like whiskey tasting.
Ooh.
How to taste whiskey correctly.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
I want to know.
So first, they say you need a Glencairn glass, which is like this style glass. It's kind of got the bigger bottom and then fluted up to the top where it's smaller. It says it
Just like Warren.
it gets all the
Can you hold that in front of your sweatshirt? Because your sweatshirt's black? Yeah, there you go. Now you can see it.
so it's like a little bit wider on the bottom, skinny at the top, so all like the smells and everything come up to the top like that. So they say you should have one of those. The wine glass will do in a pinch, but not effective for nosing,
Nope.
smelling.
It's not effective?
Not as effective for nosing. Yeah.
Okay.
Open
Shaped
mouth?
like-
Does it say open mouth?
Hold on.
Oh, I'm
the shape of
excited.
the glass will make your experience better, as you will be able to identify aromas and observe the viscosity of your whiskey easier.
Okay.
Thickness and stuff like that. All right. So second, we pour the whiskey into the glass just under the widest tulip part. This will allow you to swirl the whiskey around while bringing out the different scents. Making sure is that the widest part will help avoid splashing and will also allow you to see the viscosity of the whiskey. That's how thin it is. Third, swirl the whiskey in the glass gently and observe the color. What is the viscosity, you ask? It simply means how thick and sticky the whiskey is. Before you take a deep breath in, notice the color of your whiskey and how long it takes to drip. If when you swirl the whiskey and it takes long to drip, then it is more. Yeah, I can't pronounce it.
It's thicker.
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 Yeah.
There you go.
If it takes a short time to drip, then it's less thicker.
Is that the real word?
No.
No. What's...
I can pronounce it, just not on.
Okay. Let's move on.
Was that a pornographic word?
No, not at all. I just am
It's a different word for viscosity, right?
viscous.
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 Yeah, viscous.
Okay.
Then you can then hold your whiskey up to the light to observe its true color. Ask yourself, is the whiskey lighter gold color or dark brown? This will give you an insight on how long the whiskey is aged. So if it's lighter,
So we knew that. It's...
yeah. So if it's lighter, it's spent less time in the barrel. If it's
Yep.
darker, it's spent more time moving in and out of the pores of the wood.
So how would you rate this?
Well,
This is
we have
darker.
to...
This is like a.
No. Really?
You think this
it's
is light gold?
Oh, I think it's like a good medium, to be honest.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's a good medium. I think medium to light, to be perfectly honest.
Fourth, nose
Amber?
it's deeply or lightly as you
like
wish.
that.
Remember not to try to look for a single scent. This will ensure you notice different scents every whiff you take. The aromas will come in waves and will change when you nose the whiskey more. Take a couple whiffs and try to let the aromas come to you instead of searching for it. The heavier aromas, earthy, smoky wood, will be at the bottom of the glass, while the lighter aromas, spicy, malty, fruity, and floral will be higher in the glass.
How the hell do you know if you're smelling the bottom or the top of the glass?
Like deeper, like the further you put your nose in.
You're supposed to put your nose like in the glass?
Yeah.
What was the trick you said the other day? Put like half your mouth, half your nose, or
No,
whatever?
you can't. You have to open your mouth. a
Open your
little bit
mouth. So if you have your mouth closed,
when you nose it.
Somebody like Warren and I, we
Exactly.
can stick our nose all the way in.
all the way
We
to
have
the
huge
bottom.
noses.
Exactly, it's the Jewish thing.
Sorry.
So no, so so take a smell with your mouth closed, and it's gonna be like very sharp. It's
Whoa.
gonna be like
Yeah.
almost
Now-
painful.
Yeah.
like,
Now
have
open your mouth
have your
and
mouth open a
take
little
that
bit.
same smell, and you can actually get some sense. It's
I
a
just
totally
feel like
different smell.
Stung.
That's a deep. You're not supposed to.
That was a pretty deep
I
smell.
went all the way in.
Yeah,
but
no,
you
you're not
like
supposed to
you like
go
sniff,
all the way
sniff.
in.
You're like,
Now I want you to try it. Like, this is going to sound stupid, but just experimenting with this. Put your mouth over it and then your nose in it, and then smell with your mouth open.
yeah, you'll get a lot different.
Ooh.
Totally different smell.
Wow, it's
Yeah.
totally different.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
I'm just
Science.
enjoying this. I haven't even taken a sip.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. So we're moving through here. So fourth, now take a small sip and slowly roll the spirit on your tongue.
Ooh, yeah.
So
It's like a
you kinda-
romance novel.
So you kind of want to bring it like from because you're different palate on different parts of your tongue, or you get different flavors on your palate on different parts of your tongue.
absolutely.
So you kind of bring it from the front of your tongue all the way to the back.
Was that?
You just like did a little cough, like
Yeah. Was that
Only
the first time?
because,
taking
in
a-
all fairness, okay, so I've had a cold the last couple days, not COVID, but I've had a cold, and so I've been coughing, and so my throat is a little raw.
A little raw,
and
yeah.
so it just took it all in. Like it's experienced.
Gosh, come on, let me free.
no.
No, I agree. Yeah, it's
Yeah, so the whiskey strength also plays a huge role in this. After you take the first sip, alternate between. Yeah, no,
go ahead.
no,
viscosity.
not gonna do it.
Viscocious.
Where the whiskey was aged and how long it was aged for plays a huge role on where, like, what flavors you get. So, like vanilla, spicy, winey, woody. Just like we discussed, and the nosing the whiskey, make sure you're not looking for a particular taste, but instead let the notes come to you. Take a few sips and continue to process until you start discovering new notes. Sorry. Can you guys, as you take more sips, you get different notes?
I'm so bad at this, Gil. What do you? You're really
Yeah, you're
good.
like a.
You're like a Courvoisier. No, that's not the word.
He's a first class sergeant.
He's
There
a
we
first
go.
class.
Cavassier is an alcohol.
I know. What am I? What was the word I'm thinking of?
Connoisseur.
Connoisseur. Same thing.
See how hard it is to come up with words when you're live?
I know.
It's like, I know how to say this word. No, I don't. Yes, I do.
He must be great at public speaking.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm definitely able to pick up different notes the more I sip on a.
So what notes are you sensing out of this? What are you getting?
I mean, it's got the same thing as a Jack Daniel's would. I taste that sweeter caramel flavor to it. That's
Caramel,
definitely got
I get
the charcoal flavor. Trying to think of what else I can taste when I taste. Like those are the two biggest things I taste in Jack
Yeah.
Daniel's. That's usually how I can tell.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm drinking Jack Daniel's. Is it
I
sweet?
forgot to get like a.
It's charcoal.
Actually, let's make a.
Definitely the caramel.
So let's see. Sixth, identify the aromas and taste you found. You may ask, what is it called when it burns on the way down? That's the finish.
Ah,
So
the
like
finish.
that burn.
I felt
that's
that.
the finish. Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's a strong, like a crazy finish though.
Yeah.
We've definitely had.
Does it
way
burn for a
harder
long time,
finishes.
or is it short? Is it pleasant, or is it rough?
So
These
less
are great
burn,
descriptors.
the better.
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
You know, different whiskeys have different finishes.
Okay.
Depends on what kind of day you're having.
Yeah, sometimes you want it rough, sometimes not so much.
I forgot to get like flavor notes for this.
Oh, so we don't even know.
No, I'm gonna make a phone call though.
Ooh. Okay. Who you
Okay.
calling?
Now, chilled versus neat.
We
a
do
good
it
question.
neat on
We
the
always
show
do it
because it
neat.
gives you the natural flavor of it versus
Which I
when you-
appreciate. I watered down.
When
Hold on,
yeah, I was
Charlie.
gonna say when you chill it, obviously you're watering it down unless you're using stone
We
rocks.
restarted podcasting.
Yeah.
Is it not working? Oh, there we go.
We'll see if he picks up. He said he was gonna pick up one.
Oh.
Hi, you reached Charlie Geary with RMDC.
He did not
Nope,
pick up.
did
Unfortunately,
not
I can't
pick
take
up.
this call right now.
Actually
Please
sent
leave
you
your name and
straight
number, and
to
I'll give you a call back
voicemail.
when I can.
Josh, call my mom.
I'm not gonna call your mom.
Does she know about whiskey?
No.
The Jack Daniel's
Cigars?
rye?
No.
Oh,
Don't tell her I smoke.
But anybody you talk to that knows anything
outed.
about Jack Daniels will tell you that it's one of the sweeter
Yeah.
whiskeys that you're gonna have, and I think
And
it's
this
actually
is a,
labeled
this is
as
a rye anyway, so it's gonna have a little bit more sweetness.
right.
Yeah.
I think Jack Daniels itself is a sour mash, though, correct?
Correct.
So this process.
I don't know if the rye is though. Does it say on the bottle?
I didn't look when I was pouring it. You want me to look?
Yeah. Look.
This process of the swirling, the sipping, the
it definitely gets
letting
some
it
vanilla.
soak over your taste buds.
Definitely vanilla.
It recommends you do this every time you drink.
No.
No.
Just if you're interested in trying the whiskey and figuring out what flavors there are in the whiskey.
Yeah.
Maybe it's something
you-
new. If you're trying like a new whiskey.
What do you got for us, Gil?
So it's a whiskey,
Yeah.
but this also we don't need anybody because it says right on the back of the bottle. Subtle notes of caramel, spice, bright fruit notes, and sweet aromatics.
Oh, there we go.
No charcoal.
No.
No, that's just Jack
Being in the
Daniels.
barrel.
That's just Jack.
I wonder what number char this barrel is.
I don't know.
We just learned that a couple weeks ago.
We did.
What are you talking about?
So they have different like chars, like So the inside of the whiskey barrel, they'll torch it.
Okay.
And there's like a number 1 char and a number 4 char. It's just the amount of
The
time
amount
they spend charring
and
firing
smoking
the
it,
inside of
yeah.
the barrel. So like the more char, the darker the whiskey's going to be, the more
Typically.
bold flavors you're going to
But
get.
it
out of
also depends on the length of time that it's been in there. So if it's in
Yeah.
like a 2 char, but it's
For
in
8
there
years.
for 8 years versus a 4 char
For 2
for
years,
2
yeah.
years, you're gonna
I
probably
read the wrong
similar.
bottle.
You read the regular single barrel.
Yeah, so this
Okay.
is ripe fruit mingled with light toasted oak, creating a taste rich with spice and pleasant lingering finish. With
I mean, it's the same thing,
pretty much.
pretty much.
If you drink whiskey on a regular basis, everything's pretty much got rye in it, right? This
Yeah.
has just got that stronger rye. That's what a rye whiskey is.
So when the house that I'm cleaning out right now, you guys know you guys know I renovate houses. Now the world does.
Oh, I thought you were just like did maid service on the side. I thought times were tough. So
I thought you were a real tour.
Ha ha ha. But I've been corrected by many of veteran realtors. When I first started, they took me aside after the meetings. They're like, Josh, it's realtor. It's not realtor. So bad to the point where like now I'm correcting people. So I apologize. Okay, I won't do it again.
So how do you feel about realtor?
It's fine. I don't care. Don't do it again. But anyway, so when I was cleaning out this house, total hoarder house.
Sure.
Okay. The guy collected everything. He had all of these decanters, Jim Beam decanters, going back to the mid 1970s. So I ended up selling them because I joined a Jim Beam aficionado website. There's people that actually buy these old decanters.
of course you did.
Yeah, of course. You do the same exact thing. I know you would.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, absolutely. So I sold them all. But I did find in there, I found a unopened, still with the tax seal on it, Miken's Sour Mash whiskey
Oh, I don't know what that is.
from 1972. It was aged 10 years already.
Okay. So now we got an extra, 40 years out of it? So that's a 50-year-old bottle.
Well, once
So-
it goes in the bottle sealed, it doesn't age anymore.
It doesn't age anymore? Oh, because it ages in the barrel.
Yeah, because they, yeah, correct. Because there's nothing for it to like
There's no air.
evaporate
there's
into
no,
it.
Yeah, exactly. So it could sit there for 100 years.
And there's not like anything that is in it where it can age longer, like wine.
Yeah.
And does it go bad?
It can.
Okay.
Yeah, if it evaporates in there and there's too much oxygen in there, it could go bad.
So how much? It was a sealed bottle?
It's a sealed bottle. I have it in my office. It's like one of those little kind of like,
How much is it still full? Does it look like it's full?
it is full. The seal's still on it.
Well, it's not clear. It's not clear. It's like a ceramic bottle.
ceramic
so you
bottle.
can't see
Oh,
through it.
I sent it to you, didn't I? Yeah.
Have you ever talked about what a sour mash is?
Not on here yet. Wait, don't.
That's a future episode.
We
Come
have
on.
we have another Jack Daniels event coming up.
Sounds good.
Never mind.
I just know
Just kidding.
I know we were talking sour mash, so I figured I'd
Yeah,
look up and see what it
I
was.
appreciate that, but we're having a big Jack Daniels event.
When are we doing that?
Women to get out of here.
Oh, they bother you?
Yes,
Tune it out, baby.
I can.
Everyone can. I guess they can't hear you because they're too loud.
I'm
but-
getting texts about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That
Oh,
it's
from
so
the
loud in the
It
background?
sounds awful online.
Would you like me to walk over there? I am a bouncer.
Do you want me
in
to?
another-
Do you want me to turn the gates up? Let me just turn the gates up.
I mean, I know one of us
keep
here
talking.
is going to muster up the nerve to tell everyone to keep it down. Are you going to do that?
I mean, I'm not-
sure you got it, man.
I might have a
Sergeant first
fucking heart
class.
attack.
I've got the army, and then I've also got.
Yeah.
I'm a bouncer from time to time.
Oh my God. Double
So-
whammy.
I'm just gonna have a fucking heart attack on here.
Oh my God. Let's add a song to it. It's going to get testy. Sergeant first class,
All right.
McGill.
So let's see. That should
That's
help.
a lot better.
Isn't that a
Holy
lot
shit.
better? I
Why
know.
didn't you have it like this before?
I don't know, dude. They just.
Should we start the show over?
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna start it over.
Just started all over.
So I'm Josh. I'm a realtor.
So between what Gil did and what Warren just did it. I think we fixed it. I apologize.
Starting over.
We're not starting over.
Yeah, dude.
Hello, time.
Hello,